Hey everyone, how you doing today? It is September 26, 2020, and this is another article where we see their true agenda. This is coming out of my local state, the Detroit News, and this was from September 24th. It says, opinion, get your vaccine and wear a mask. How to survive flu season during CV19. Think they're going to continue to combine these two like I've been talking about for months? Think that's the reason that they've left these, symptoms and everything else so vague so that they could, blur the line between flu and their, CV lies? Yes, that's what they're going to do, and they're going to continue to do it. But let's take a look at this, okay? It says, the arrival of fall means back to school and the kickoff of seasonal sports. We'll come back to that. While these activities may look different in different communities due to the CV19 pandemic, precautions are being implemented so they can move forward as safely as possible. A strong focus on health and prevention is essential for all Michiganders and needs to be held as a top priority as we head into the cold and flu season. Flu season typically starts late fall and early winter and results in increased sickness in the community, with increased hospitalizations with severe outcomes including death for some individuals. So let's just take a little bit of let's do some critical thinking on this, right? So if you're telling me that during the fall and early winter, everything gets worse, right? Because we head into the cold and flu season and everything gets increased in, hospitalizations, with severe outcomes. Then why did you send our children back to school? And why are you allowing them to play sports? People, you truly have to not even have a brain anymore or be 100% brainwashed and so caught up in the lies to even believe this anymore. I'm sorry. It is that it's that cut and dry. There is no middle ground anymore on this. I'm sorry. You cannot have a pandemic like they are saying and then yet go on to live the lives that they're allowing to do. As they sit up there telling us to wear a mask, why none of them wear masks, sitting out there, every Walmart's open, everything that they want open is open and running just fine. But you and I can't go to church. You and I can't have family gatherings of more than, X amount of people. Come on. This is a control tactic. That's all this is. What are they going to push here? Just like every other thing. The vax. Says the ongoing threat of CV19 doesn't mean that we should worry less about preventing common colds and flu. In fact, we need to do more to take every precaution to protect ourselves against the spread of all viruses this fall and winter, including CV19. Experts agree that the CV19 vax will not be available to the general public before or during this upcoming flu season. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the American Academy of Family Physicians recommend that everyone 6 months or older get the seasonal flu vax, ideally by the end of October. Think they don't want this done soon? You think they don't want you to have this done by the election? This is why I believe the lockdown will come in November. It may not, but that's just what I feel. I feel the end of November, December is where it's coming, okay? And when they're pushing it this bad, okay, they want you to get this back so bad. And not only are they just going to use it this way where they'll get as many people to voluntarily do it on their own, eventually we know this will become mandatory come 2021, okay? We know that's coming. But they will use fear and they will use this right here. Oh, it's now the cold and flu season. Oh, well, what do you know? We knew this was coming. We've been talking about this for months. We said the second wave would be when flu season hit. We knew all of this. Why? Because they've told us. They've known the plan and they've continually come out and said it. And look how far they're pushing this, okay? When you're seeing articles not only like that, but like this, capital flu shot protocols altered to reflect CV concerns. It says vax available at 2 locations in Capitol Complex. It says Flu vax shots are now available on Capitol Hill, but distribution will look different than years past due to heightened concerns about CV. Health experts say the threat of CV-19 makes getting a flu shot even more of an imperative. You gotta do it. You gotta get the vax. The Office of Attending Physician will administer flu shots at 2 locations in the Capitol complex, down the spiral staircase at the Capitol Visitor Center in SCV 200 and on the House side in Longworth B248 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily. The flu shots are available to thousands of legislative staffers, Capitol Police, architect of the Capitol employees, restaurant workers, journalists, and others who work in the Capitol complex. But those numbers have dropped sharply since the CV-19 pandemic took hold in March. So they're saying, oh, they'll get a good percentage, but not all of them. And then here we go. Availability is likely to be staggered throughout the season, according to the attending physician's website. Like previous years, the flu shot supply in Congress is not limitless, and the OAP receives batch shipments from the manufacturers. You know, you're always being tested. That's what you have to realize. Says, this may lead to temporary pauses in vax distribution, but we anticipate an ultimately sufficient amount to treat the congressional community. Yeah, I bet you do. Health experts are saying that flu shots are even more crucial than usual during the CV-19 pandemic. The CDC issued guidance for that flu shots can help reduce the overall burden of respiratory illness to protect vulnerable populations and the capacity of the health system. You hear any more fear? Think they could just put any more fear out here? You know, just put a bunch of dead people laying. I mean, they might as well do that. They already did that. Remember, they were showing all the bodies that they were burying in New York. You know, the graves that they were digging, and you know, it's just been nonstop since the beginning. And I know you see it, and I see it, and it's just more and more obvious. Like I said, it's cut and dry. You know, there is no more debate. I'm sorry. You know, look at it. Here we go. As cold and flu season moves in, there are concerns that people with flu symptoms will rightfully be concerned that they have CV-19 in flood care centers. Holy crap. We must be able to, you know, predict the future. Didn't we just say that? I'm pretty sure we were just saying a couple days ago, we could tell you what they would say in about, a few weeks. We'd tell you what the news would say. Oh, everybody is freaking out. Everybody's got CV because everybody's got a cold. Everybody's got the flu. Wow. It's so predictable now. That's why I guess it is so frustrating to people that are awake and people that see this, because it's like, it's so right in front of us now that you just want everybody to see it. You know, you don't understand how they don't see it, but you have to realize that the deception is very, very strong, and the amount of psychological warfare that they do to these people every day. You don't realize that every person that's on their phone, listening to the TV, whatever it is a non-stop brainwash. That's why we have to continue to make these videos. That's why we have to continue to talk. That's why we have to continue to share this information, because we are the ones that are actually still giving truth. And if you don't do it, and if we don't share it, then obviously the lies are going to be the only thing that are left. That's why we have to keep doing this. You know, and it says many members of the House and Senate are among the older people category that the CDC says is particularly vulnerable to influenza. They've been saying that forever. That's common sense. Like, oh, those seeking a flu shot on Capitol Hill must bring their congressional ID badge, and a flu screening questionnaire, which is available at the attending physician's website. Face coverings are required, and the OAP recommends loose-fitting clothing that allows for sleeves to be rolled up past the elbow. Wow. All right, we're going to leave it here, right? I don't think I need to go any further on these 2 articles. You see the agenda. They want these vaxes in every single one of us, and I'm telling you right now, it will be mandatory. I don't care what anybody says. It will be mandatory, and I don't know when, but in the next year, it's most likely will be forced upon all of us. So you need to prepare now. And if you think we're wrong, you think that all of us, anti-vaxxers are wrong, and we're not, we don't have the information, well, I would ask you to just go and spend 20 minutes and do your own research. Don't listen to me. I'm just some guy talking on a laptop. That's it. You can take the time and go and put the research in and figure it out yourself. That's all we want. Stop listening to what they tell you on the TV and on your phone. If you don't stop letting them think for you, you'll never have another natural thought. Is that what you want? Is that what you want for your children? This is very serious. That's why we are still trying to get this information out to you. Everyone, continue to share this. Continue to talk to your family. Don't give up. I know sometimes it's like literally talking against a brick wall. They look at you, they laugh, whether it's talking about, them controlling the weather, talking about all of this, just keep doing it, because maybe that one time that you say the right thing, it will actually get through. And trust me, I've seen it happen many times. That's the reason I'm still on here doing this. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. We'll get through this. We'll get through this one way or another, but we'll do it together. I love you all. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.